Should you lease or buy a new car? Typically, the choice comes down to priorities. For some drivers, it's purely a matter of dollars and cents, which is the less expensive option right now. For others, it's about the benefits of ownership. In general, leasing works best for someone not ready to commit to a specific vehicle, or who may enjoy getting a new car every few years. Buying is usually the better financial option since the borrower builds equity and eventually owns the car. Lease or buy a car, what's the difference? When you lease a vehicle, you pay to drive it for a certain length of time. The average lease is 24 or 36 months, although you can find even longer leases. Restrictions apply to how many miles you can drive and modifications you may wish to make. Various fees will apply. Once your lease period ends, you can return the vehicle to the dealer or purchase it at a predetermined amount as defined in the lease contract. When you buy a car, you immediately take title to it. You own it outright if you pay for it with cash, or after a loan, you pay of the loan. You maintain control over all aspects of the vehicle and can ultimately keep it, trade it in, sell it, or give it away. Pros and cons of leasing. Lease payments are generally lower than the monthly loan payments for a new vehicle. They depend on these factors. Price. This is negotiated with the dealer just like a vehicle purchase. And the purchase price is delimited by a length of the lease. This is the number of months you agree to lease the car. Expected mileage. The lease sets the maximum number of miles that you can drive the car each year. Most leases come with a 1-200 0 or 1-500 0 mile annual allotment. The monthly payment will increase slightly if you go for the higher yearly mileage. If you exceed the contract's mileage limit, you will be expected to pay the dealer for every extra mile at the end of the lease. Residual value. This is the vehicle's value at the end of the lease, with its depreciation figured in. If you decide to purchase the vehicle once the lease expires, this is the amount that you will pay. Rent charge. This fee is shown as a dollar figure rather than a percentage, but it is the equivalent of an interest charge. Taxes and fees. These are added to the lease and affect the monthly cost. Some dealers or the manufacturers that they represent require a down payment for a lease. The more you put down, the lower your lease payment will be. Keep in mind that it may not make sense to put too much cash down on a vehicle that you'll ultimately be handing back to the dealer. If you're sure you will buy it when the lease expires, the down payment will reduce the purchase cost.